crazy weather.
To harvest.
Time to harvest some fruits and show you guys update on the walk path around the dragon fruit, because it's a bit complicated process building one in on the slope. Hey Thor, come down, you get dirty. Ay, ay, ay.
Come, Thor.
Okay, first one up on the list, the Nicaragua Red. This is probably my favorite so far, much better. Perfect, good size, maybe 500-600 grams. Heavy, huh? Here's another one. So we're probably averaging about 2 fruits a day now with the dragons. Now here's an interesting one. It's called King Kong. So it's gonna be probably a new flavor with this one. Let's see. What are you up to, Thor? You're eating the grass like a goat? Are you a goat now? Goat? As you can see, way different color. Much more magenta pink is this one, but the Moroccan red, very red. Okay, I think that's about it. But as you can see here, we almost finished the steps. So now it's super nice and easy to walk around the steep dragon fruit farm. Step by step. Very nice. The thing is, when you buy them in the store, guys, and it's really bland taste, is the farmers usually cut it off when it's not ripe. And the reason for that is they want to cut it off before it starts cracking, because a cracked fruit you can never sell in the store. So here at home, you can farm it until it's completely ripe and actually has good sweet flavor. Ave, Maria, come on. Ave. You guys having a good time? Slimy face. If you guys didn't know, Thor just reached 60 kilos, about 135 pounds. But obviously it's not fat, or you can still see the ribs, and it's just pure muscle. He loves to run around, exercise. Very healthy. And Jake is getting a bit lazy now with his age. Here's our Maria Rosa plant. We have a lot of them, but this is only the first fruit we have. So quite excited to taste this one. Maybe 1 month from now. But the neighboring plants of their sister, here's one. 1 bud, 2 buds, 3 buds. So it's starting to slowly producing fruits for the first time. See that, guys? This beetle here? That beetle is like a natural insect killer for aphids. So having these guys here around the fruits is a big help. Like, we don't even have to use neem oil or nothing. It's all natural here. Let nature do its course.
So this is the banana that we harvest. Remember, it was green before and now it's yellow. It's perfect. So what we're doing is we put that in this tub and peel it off and put it in the refrigerator, in the freezer, so that we can have a good smoothie every morning. Banana smoothie.
Banana from the land.
Yay. Is it different taste? Good? Sweet or what?
Wow. These are the best ones, guys. They are small banana. Kamay Tintin. Good Bisaya, right?
Yeah, but
That's what my Filipino friends taught me first. Yeah, useful words to get by.
saging.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Today is a proper rain day. So what are you up to?
Just got our ampalaya, our bitter gourd, and now I'm gonna sit like around maybe 1 hour, put some salt in it so that the bitter will be a little bit out. Super! What are you thinking, Thor?
Whoa, what a weather. It comes in big bursts like 10-15 minutes of absolute rain pour, dripping.
It's full.
Oh yeah, easily full. But now it's slightly cleared, and unfortunately one of our manzanita tree fell. That was so beautiful. We used to always walk under it here, up this path, but I mean, I don't think it's definitely not close to a typhoon speed like Odette or something, but the root system very small here, and you can see here it's just gravel and sand, so it's not really a place where the roots can penetrate the soil because it just goes into rock. So I'm actually not surprised by this one to fall down. Should have seen that coming. Still slightly clear, dripping minimal, but I really have to go to the dragon fruit farm and save some of the fruits. I already noticed a few branches broke down as well. Let's see what we can scavenge from them. Woo. If these steps weren't here, I would be slipping and sliding. Yeah, here you can see 2 branches broken off. Not surprised by that. It is just crazy dark, guys. It is, I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's dark. Okay, we gotta find some dragon fruits and harvest them before they fall off. This one. Ah, here goes the rain. Ah. Woo! Ah! I'm so wet. Told you every 10-15 minutes starts pouring. The fruit is both ready, but I think it's gonna break a lot of branches with the weight on them. So when that rain and wind hits, it might fly off or break off. Yeah. I think that's it, and I don't want to be out here as well when it starts, if there's any thunders. This for now. Now I'm soaking. We also gotta make sure that our batteries are okay, because on a day like this is the lowest energy production from the solars. So in that case, we have to monitor it slightly. And if we need to turn off like the pool pump spends most of the energy, of course. Okay, the pump room, pull is off. Good. Let's go inside and dry off. Okay, I'm inside, saved some of the fruits. And my wife is just laughing at me when I'm inside.
I was here trying to start some food for the dog, and then I saw you running.
What, the race started coming?
Yeah.
Look at that, I mean, it's just buckets of shower per second.
Sorry, babe. You're so wet. Go ahead.
Have to try. Oh, what's going on outside there? Oh. So it looks like it's not draining fast enough out there. So I'm gonna open up the seals of the drain. Maybe it's clogged up. Whew. Stay there, Thor. Yeah, that's not good. Definitely not good. There we go. Same here. Hopefully. Open that. I just had a feeling about that. How our roof is doing. We gotta drain that properly. Whew. So curious to see our drainage. Looking good. Now all of that water is just from a small piece of land here, because we're on the top. So it's not like we're collecting from the mountain or something. It's literally just a tiny bit of land here on top. See water coming down from the grass and collects into a canal. Even here on the other side of the gate we have another canal collecting from the other land here above us. So we did the neighbor a small favor, make this here, and seems to be slightly stuck here. We gotta clean that out. Release this. There we go. Much better. Oop, here's a small dam. All clogged up. One of our papaya trees as well. Can't believe it. This one's growing so well. You like the bad weather, huh? You like to be outside in this storm. It's just chilling here on the wall.
So I'm cooking champurrado. It's a Filipino way. If the weather is not okay, like it's raining, so we make this kind of food. It's a cocoa and with the sticky rice, and then sugar, and then you put it in milk. It's good. See?
Sorry about the Thor. I don't know, he's going crazy.
Don't worry about Thor. He's always a guard dog, so he's doing his job.
All day best for champurrado. This will go well with hiking in cold weather, like back home. It's definitely not chocolate type of taste. It's more of a cacao.
Yeah, it's a cacao. You're right.
Yeah.
It's good for this cold weather. You need to go out. Super cold outside. Oh yeah, this is a perfect to eat that.
Yeah, it's absolutely freezing here in the Philippines. Plus 26.7 Celsius. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. There we can see Mount Talinis and Apo now. I can see clearly now the rain is
Gone.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Alright, we want to try the King Kong new flavor. Wow, that is super pinkish. First time we're gonna try that. Taste test. Ooh, peels off nicely. Wow. Wow, Sheldon. Firm. Very thick, juicy, hearty. Best one so far, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna try this King Kong.
Thor.
You're right. It's so good.
You know how the other one, the Moroccan we eat all the time, is like a watermelon? Mm-hmm. But the texture of this was so dense.
Yeah, super dense.
It's nice, huh? What? We're trying to vlog here for 1 second. Can you give us a break? By the way, his ball is over there. That's why he's making the noise. Super yummy.
Super good. I feel like I'm having a lipstick now.
All right, I think it's clearing up slightly, but tonight I think the worst is over, and this one of the, I think, first of this typhoon season, and I want to touch on a few things. Yeah, as I'm editing this part, I think I forgot to say that I'm about to talk about safety, and this is obviously only my personal experience, in my opinion, no one else. And of course, there's no need to talk about certain areas of the country that are off limits in terms of at least living there. Visiting could be fine, but there's no point for me to talk about them. You have to be pretty dumb to live in those areas. So I just want to get that out there. And as I was browsing a bit here, I totally forgot about this news article that came from a Canadian insurance company that ranked Philippines the least safe place in the world to travel to. Like the most ridiculous story I've ever read on the internet. But I never spoke about it because I don't want to give these people attention. It's crazy. But at least they made an apology about 2 days ago for that article. And when I read it, it was just crazy. I could name so many countries that are a lot more dangerous, and Philippines being a lot more safer than probably a lot of the let's just go Afghanistan, all the stand countries, almost all of Africa. Most countries in South America. Like you could name so many countries that are more dangerous, even just by statistics that are available online. So just ridiculous. Anyways, they just made an apology. This firm. Okay, back to the video. Maybe a story that went by kind of under the radar, and that is they have now always every year is like a index of safest place to live in the world, and you might be wondering where it is in Philippines. And I think it went under the radar now because it used to be Davao, which is Mindanao, and unfortunately a lot of places around the world, news coming from Philippines is quite negative, and it's a lot related to that area. So when people heard this, Davao, it was quite interesting for many people, but that's just a fact. So now there's a new city in town that is ranked number 1 in terms of safest, and that's why I think it went kind of under the radar, and that's Dumaguete City. And that's a place we are living very close by, a place called Darwin. So we're 1 or 2 municipalities from Dumaguete City. So when I say I live in Dumaguete or Darwin, for me it's pretty much the same because it's so nearby each other. So I'm mentioning this because I got a few messages about it. Hey, Finn, what do you think about this? And I totally agree. I feel like Philippines is actually the safest place I've ever been in the world, or at least that I've traveled around. So for me, in terms of safety in the Philippines, it's no problem. It's many other countries I didn't feel safe at all, and a few of them I don't even want to travel right now. Like I don't want to go to Paris or what other city. Now there's some stuff going on in Spain as well. Like it's just too much of chaos. But then again, it could just be what the media represents. Likewise, what happens sometimes what the media represents about news in Philippines. So maybe I'm a hypocrite talking about that in that terms, but I feel safe here. Extremely safe, actually. And if you didn't know or followed our build process here, is we're probably one of the few that built a house before we built actually a fence. I felt so safe that I didn't want to make a fence. I was like, what? It's just friendly farmers and almost no crime here except if you live in the city. Now you're in the province, it's even safer. So my idea was always no fence at all. But that changed with the wildfires. And of course, we want to keep the dogs outside for freedom. It goes same with every safety thing, You might be wondering, where is the safest place to live? Obviously condos is the safest. But if you live in a community with a gate, a fence, but I think there's like a universal law in most areas. And If you treat your neighbor right, if you treat the people around you nice, then they'll treat you the same way back. So I believe nothing will happen unless it's your fault. You made some bad friends with other people and then they come after you. So that's how I think it is in most cases, but I don't have any statistic for that. But I really believe in that. You treat your neighbors right, then they'll treat you likewise in the same way. Like if you think about it in terms of safety, how many years I've been here, how many people I've met, how many places I've gone to, and there's not a country on this planet that even comes close to the kindness and friendliness of people I've ever been around. It's just unmatched to my experience. Living here in the province, that's what you can experience. It's peaceful, super peaceful, and Dumaguete really, I believe, deserves to be on the top. It's a bustling city, a lot of tech, a lot of universities, probably the most amount of medical centers, hospitals per capita, and a lot of good mixture of foreigners. So it's a beautiful place. It's also been ranked in articles before #1 place in the world to retire. So no surprise there, to be honest. Of course, it's hard for Davao to keep the rank #1. It's just a big city. You never know what happens in 1 or 2 years. Things can change, of course. So safety-wise was never on my list in terms of settling down here. It was always, Darwin. That was the #1 thing. However, there is a big one that is very important to talk about, and that is in terms of safety. I would much more be worried about where you choose to live in the Philippines is the environment, the tectonic zones where the plates are colliding with each other and creating massive earthquakes. Or if you're sitting on the eastern coast of the whole country almost, where you're in danger of getting typhoons every single year. So I would be much more concerned about safety against the weather rather than humans. The weather here is much more brutal, in my opinion, in a large part of the country. So if you look at this picture, you see every single typhoon and the trajectory of the typhoons. If you zoom in, you can see that it never reached Dumaguete. And Darwin is actually further south from Dumaguete, so it's even further away from all the typhoons that have passed by in the recent history. So in terms of that sense, we are pretty safe. However, it is a volcanic island and has a few tectonic zones, meaning that there is a lot of earthquakes. But I think those plates are actually drifting apart from each other, creating hence the volcanoes. So that those really aren't creating big earthquakes. It's the tectonic plates on the east side of the Philippines that are colliding against each other, and those are creating these massive earthquakes. So that's why we feel them regularly here with the volcanoes and geothermal plants. That's normal. I have a good experience from that back home. And then, of course, the rain. It's all slopey. Darwin, most of the island here is, or this part here, is slopey, so it drains pretty nicely. We don't have to worry about that. It's the flatlands and the creeks that are dangerous to live in. Now, even if I feel extremely safe here in Darwin, we still have a fence. We have CCTVs all over the place, but that's just a piece of a mind thing. And of course, the dogs, and Thor is trained by K9, so he will do his job if that ever. I don't want to see that, actually. That would be yeah. Anyways, okay. Do I feel safe here? Yes, extremely safe. And there's no country that I've ever been in, about 40 or something, and never felt the same here. Want to retire here? Good choice. Recommend it. We have some neighbors building their house, new one down there. Come on, clear up. Think I might be going to Cebu once it's better weather. The boat is finally dry docked. Until next time, guys. Peace out.